18 years ago, when Olumide and myself started Bluechip, we were basically looking at creating data services, data and AI services for different organizations. And was basically looking at different tool sets, right? Because we've got the know-how, we've got the expertise, and we'll go from one company to another company saying that we can help you build a very strong and robust analytics platform. And we were using different types of tools. Yes, the customers were seeing results, they were seeing values, and then we started growing. That has taken us from when we started to this time. But a few years before now, we started thinking that how do we productize some of the experiences, some of the expertise, some of the software assets that we have used to deliver values to our customers. And that started in earnest. We started creating a lot of smart solutions that are helping our clients to catapult the values that they get. Not just in terms of the monetary value, also in terms of time to market. And indeed, in that vein, I will be talking more about the products that we have in our portfolio. And you definitely see how we think, not just as a player in the IT sector in Africa, but people who have a lot of foundational mindsets that whatever that is created anywhere in the world, we can also create it in Africa. So our proprietary product, our thinking is bifurcated into two. The first is looking at, okay, since our expertise has been much around data, and we've got a lot of software assets around building data ecosystems, why can't we look at having solid and robust products that can accelerate time to value to our customers? And then we have what we call data ecosystem. These are all the products that we've got within the data ecosystem. We've got BDP, we've got Cribro, and we've got BluPrime. At the same time, businesses need to operate effectively. They need to operate within the confines of regulatory framework, and they need to do that, speedily. The common layer to all of these things that we've been building is the intelligence fabric. And we've started doing this even before AI, became this prominent. So what I'll be doing going forward is to, spend, a few minutes on each of the product sets that we have. The first one is BDP. We call it Bluechip Data Platform. This is our North Star product. Last edition, I unveiled this product, and from that time to this time, we've had much advancement, and we've got a lot of customer success stories that we can share. We think it's important that we create a compelling platform that can help us to manage our data life cycles, from ingestion to transformations to analytics to building AI models, to doing a lot of AI operations and optimizing all the processes that lead to insights to the customers. In one of the customer sites that BDP is running, we're able to ingest and process over 150 billion events in a day, just using 25-node cluster. So that's very, very, very remarkable, a solution that would help the customers to manage, their data life cycles better, manage data quality, put some governance layers and do a lot of automations around, around data, data rights, digital rights access. And this is what Cribro gives us. Companies that have implemented this have seen, tremendous value in terms of data management, data lifecycle management, data governance, data quality improvement. Because basically, we feel strongly that what you cannot measure, you can't manage it. So we've created an index. We call it Data Quality Index, DQI, and we measure that, over time across different dimensions. so that at any point in time, an organization can see how they are improving or, regressing when it comes to, data quality. We have a number of, banks, telecommunication companies already running on this. And the platform that is running on can also be, BDP. BDP is more foundational, is like a database, more or less, if you can put it that way. And then we are stacking on it, different products, different value sets that deliver benefit to the customers. Yes, this is very key to us. We call it BluPrime. We wanted to make the name to be a bit numerical because it deals with a lot of, data crunching, and specifically for banks, all right? I know there are a lot of bankers here, there are a lot of IT people in here, finance people as well. There's what we call MPR. Many bankers will resonate with that. That is management performance report. Every day, bankers would like to come and see that, okay, as of yesterday, this was my profitability position. This is my balance. This was my balance sheet. All right, and I can drill down. I can drill across. I can see all the numbers behind the headlines, and then from there, I can take certain decisions, quite speedily. But with BluPrime, we're trying to instigate actions. Yes, you've seen insight, but yes, let's act. Let's see the gaps and then let's act. And that's why we've overlaid sales operations management on the base performance management solution. So account officers can see we have some AI engines, basically, within the product. Well, Cash Complete, though this is for any cash handling business, really, but we've seen that banks actually, use this more, okay? And, I think I've got some time. SEM, we call it CEM or SEM. This is Customer Engagement Management Solution. We are running this for about 6 or 7 organizations right now. This cut across different industries. It's a sparse solution. Let's think of it like this, right? You've got a data warehouse. Data warehouse has given you a lot of segmentation. It's giving you a lot of insights. Because you gather data across all your streams, and then you say, yes, this is this customer. You've known the customer. You can personalize the customer, all right? And then the next thing is, how do you engage this customer? So this is like an engine that helps, marketing team to target customers with offers. Let me briefly talk about BlueBridge. Now, BlueBridge is a new one. People, in the Nigerian market will understand, the reason behind this. NRS wanted us to start, looking at e-invoicing. So it's a national deployment. All organizations must comply with certain e-invoicing rule, and then you have to, get some API interfaces to validate your invoices, or even sign your invoices with NRS. And then we build the solution because we are one of the few partners that Nigeria Revenue Service has commissioned to play in this space. But so we've got the e-invoicing solution. It's working. All right. We have over 50 organizations already that have latched on this, and the prospect is very high. Bluechip has acquired a text-to-speech model called YanGPT. So going forward, we'll be building and we'll be acquiring. Saeed Aziz was an hackathon winner in our first edition. And now he has become a solid creator, creating creating platforms for the future. So Said, Aziz, if you are in the room, please come to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we can do much better than that. If the governor of the president was in this house, we would all be shouting and applauding and clapping. This is the future. This is real. This is what the future is all about. And you're part of history in the making. I'm sure we can do much better than that. Let's make some noise. Let's celebrate one of our own. Let them hear it in all the countries in Africa, online, offline.
We are producing world-class talents, world-class founders right here from Nigeria to the world. I mean, Said was in his room when he participated in the hackathon, and now just imagine where he's going. We can't even imagine.
We can't imagine.
We can't.
What I'm even more impressed is not the innovation, is not the technology, is the confidence with which he speaks. You know that this has been a long time coming.